Chapter 31 The Generous Ning Fengzhi. You are listening at novelfull.audio. What? You want to sleep with me? No, absolutely not. Yi Feng was startled by Ning Rongrong's words. If his teacher Ning Fengzhi heard these words, he would definitely have his skin peeled off. Why not? I don't want to sleep with my father, I just want to sleep with brother Yi Feng. Ning Rongrong asked suspiciously. Hey, why, the teacher won't agree. Yi Feng looked at Ning Rongrong helplessly. Whether men and women can kiss each other, girl. I don't believe it, I'll tell Dad right now. Ning Rongrong also has a stubborn temperament, and what she wants to do must be done, regardless of Yi Feng's persuasion. He hurried to find Ning Fengzhi. Here, Ning Fengzhi didn't react as much as Yi Feng when he heard Ning Rongrong's request. He just looked blank for a moment, and then looked at Ning Rongrong with a funny face. My daughter, wouldn't it be nice to sleep in a tent with Dad? No, I want to sleep with brother Yi Feng. Ning Rongrong kept shaking Ning Fengzhi's arms, as if you didn't agree with me. Okay, it's really not good enough for girls, don't shake it, I promise you it's okay. Ning Fengzhi could only nod helplessly after being acted like a baby by his precious daughter. I knew my father would agree, so I'll tell brother Yi Feng right away to see if he dares to agree. After receiving Ning Fengzhi's reply, Ning Rongrong let go of her hands proudly, and went to look for Yi Feng with a proud face. Hey, this girl is almost spoiled by me. Ning Fengzhi dotingly looked at the back of Ning Rongrong leaving, and smiled at sword Douluo beside him. Fengzhi, speaking of it, Rongrong and Xiaofeng are also childhood sweethearts, you say they will. Jian Douluo looked at Ning Fengzhi with playful eyes. What will happen in the future, let nature take its course, as long as Rongrong can be happy, of course I, a father, will not stop it. Ning Fengzhi was silent for a moment, then smiled freely. He is satisfied with Yi Feng as a disciple from the bottom of his heart, and he will only be happy if he can walk with Rongrong in the future. After all, everything about Yi Feng conforms to his standards, and also conforms to the tradition of the Qibao Glazed tile school. However, what the future holds depends on Rongrong's own will. As a father, he won't interfere too much. Brother Yi Feng, Dad agreed. When Ning Rongrong happily told him the good news, Yi Feng was shocked. What is the teacher thinking? That at this moment, Yi Feng even suspected that his ears were hallucinating. As soon as I talked to my father, he agreed. How about it, I'm good. Ning Rongrong said proudly. Awesome, indeed. Yi Feng muttered to himself, but he was crazily complaining in his heart, not only is it powerful, it is simply brilliant. With Ning Fengzhi's move, it kills without blood. Even Yi Feng was wondering if Ning Fengzhi had expected this day long ago. This father and daughter are going to eat him up and wipe him clean. But it was too early for him, whether it's Ning Rongrong or himself, they are still just a brat. In terms of relationship, Yi Feng really has no interest. He treats Ning Rongrong simply as his younger sister. What really interests him is strength. In this Douluo continent, martial arts and soul skills are even more attractive than women in his eyes. Early the next morning, Yi Feng woke up with a tired expression. This night, he was severely tortured by Ning Rongrong. This girl may have had enough rest during the day and was full of energy at night. So she didn't remember sleeping until late at night, and he didn't sleep honestly, almost squeezed him out of the tent. Hey, Xiao Feng woke up, how did you sleep last night? Yi Feng walked out of the tent with dark circles under his eyes, and Jian Douluo's teasing voice came over. Grandpa Jian, I don't understand what you are talking about. Yi Feng looked at Jian Douluo blankly. He was still a child, how could he understand what an adult was thinking? I know you're a slippery boy. I don't care about my business, old man. I just hope that you won't live up to our expectations in the future. Yi Feng is still young now, Jian Douluo can't say much, but he just mentioned it secretly. For the next period of time, the days fell into a calm. Yi Feng also saw the customs of Douluo Dalu, all kinds of beautiful scenery, exotic flowers and plants also opened Yi Feng's eyes. There are many scenery that he has never seen before. Of course, in the middle of the journey, it is inevitable that Tai Long will come to the door and fight from time to time, although he lost every time. Tai Long fought again and again. Even though he was beaten up every time with a bruised nose and face, he still came to challenge the next day. This also made Yi Feng's journey a little more fun. Of course, he was not without gains from fighting Tai Long. After a month, Yi Feng's attribute panel has changed. Host, Yi Feng, Martial Soul, Ordinary Sharp-tailed Swift, 8/10, Grade, Dash, Th Grade, Soul Skill, Acceleration, Small Accomplishment, Skill, 7 Treasures Glass Meditation, Deshang, Distraction Control, 4 Orifices Persistence, Strength Increase, 20%, 0.7 Killing Swordsmanship, Small Success. The first is the evolution rate of the martial soul. After a lot of actual combat training, the evolution speed has been greatly improved. Now it is 8 o'clock, and his martial soul will be able to evolve in less than a month. Then there is the level. In 1 month, the level has been raised from 14th to 15th, the last is the 7 Kills Sword Art. When fighting Tai Long, Yi Feng began to consciously practice the 7 Kills Sword Art. At present, the 7 Kills Sword Art has reached the realm of Xiaocheng. After Xiaocheng, the 7 Kills Sword Art can already be displayed with wings. Of course, even if it is used, the wings are only used as an auxiliary attack, paying attention to surprise, and the real function is to fly and increase the movement speed. Guba City is located in the northern part of the Star Luo Empire that it borders the 2 empires and belongs to the buffer zone of the 2 empires. The distance between the 2 countries is less than 200 miles. That is a real frontier city, because it is located at the border. Cooper City is also extremely prosperous, with various merchants in an endless stream. After a simple inspection and paying the city entry tax, Yi Feng and others also entered the city. Clan head of Tai Tan, how should we arrange it? After entering the city, Ning Fengzhi looked at Tai Tan and asked. Let's go directly to the residence of the Minzhi clan. This meeting is hosted by them, and everything is naturally arranged by them. The reason for this kind of gathering is just to reunite after a long absence and to exchange feelings. There is no need for any special arrangements. Tai Tan explained to Ning Fengzhi with a smile. Hehe, that's true. Speaking of which, we are here to visit relatives, and it makes sense to come directly to the door. Ning Fengzhi glanced at Yi Feng, with a hint of a smile in his eyes. Yes, we are a visit between relatives, no need to be polite. Tai Tan hastily agreed, and he especially wanted to know the reaction on the old white bird's face when he knew that he had sent him a genius. End of this chapter. Chapter 32. You are listening at novelfull.audio. After entering Cooper City, the surrounding area began to become lively, noisy hawking. All kinds of goods are placed on both sides of the street, and the sound of bargaining is everywhere. Ning Rongrong was lying on the window of the carriage, watching all this in amazement. If the carriage was not still moving, maybe she would have run down to watch the excitement. The Min clan's residence was in the south of Guba City. Led by the Li clan, the carriage stopped in front of a mansion that was very similar to the Li clan. The difference from the Lizzie clan is that on the plaque in front of the mansion, there is a large Min character engraved on it. Our 4 single attribute clans are connected with each other, and the royal clan is good at building. Our mansions were all built with the help of the royal clan, so the structure is roughly similar. Seeing Ning Fengzhi's surprised eyes, Tai Tan explained beside him. Oh, it seems that the royal clan has profound attainments in architecture. Others may not know it, but Sword Douluo next to him has an amazing perception ability. In his perception, the buildings of the entire Minzhi clan look ordinary, but hidden in the dark, there are countless hidden weapons. The entire mansion hides murderous intent. Where is your patriarch? Hurry up and ask him to come out to welcome the distinguished guests. Tai Tan came to the gate of the Minzhi clan carelessly, and said to the 2 disciples guarding the gate, the doorkeeper disciples of the Minzhi clan are also clever, they actually got Tai Tan. One of them said respectfully, Clan Chief Tai Tan, the suzerain is waiting for you. I know you are coming, we have sent someone to notify you just now. Huh, good old orangutan, I heard your loud voice from afar. Come in by yourself when you come, and you have to be greeted by others. The more you live, the more you go back. At this moment, a clear voice came over. Yi Feng took a closer look at the side, and saw a tall and thin old man rushing out of the mansion quickly. This old man has a ruddy complexion and a baby-like skin. If it weren't for the snow-white hair on his body, his actual age would not be visible at all. Of course I'm not an honored guest, but I'm not here alone. Tai Tan smiled and winked at Bai He. After receiving Tai Tan's gaze, Bai He finally noticed Ning Fengzhi and his party standing beside him. This is... Bai He gave Tai Tan a questioning look. With his eyesight, of course he saw the extraordinariness of Ning Fengzhi and his party, not to mention Ning Fengzhi. He couldn't hide the aura of a top soul sage in his eyes. The key is that Douluo, who is silent next to him, can't see through the realm of sword Douluo with his contra realm. There are only two explanations for this situation. One is that Douluo is just an ordinary person without soul power, and the other is that Douluo's realm is higher than him, which makes him unable to see through. In the two situations, Baihe prefers the second one. At Ning Fengzhi, please forgive me for taking the liberty to visit. Before Tai Tan could speak, Ning Fengzhi had already spoken with a gentle face. Ning Fengzhi. Could it be that he is the suzerain of the seven treasure glazed tile sect? Hearing Ning Fengzhi's name, Baihe felt extremely familiar. After thinking about it carefully, his expression suddenly changed, and he looked at Ning Fengzhi in shock. It's right here. Ning Fengzhi still had a gentle expression. I didn't expect the teacher to pretend like this. Yi Feng behind him looked at his teacher in surprise. He didn't expect his teacher to have such a side. He didn't even introduce his own background, just told him a name and let him guess slowly, but it just happened to be just a name, so people guessed Ning Fengzhi's origin. This is a pretense, full marks. At this moment, Yi Feng's admiration for Ning Fengzhi is simply endless. Your guest, you really are an honored guest. Of the famous Seven Treasures Glazed Tile School, Baihe is like a thunderbolt. After all, it is one of the top 3 sects, and anyone with a little knowledge knows the name of the Seven Treasure Glazed Tile School. I said, old white bird, can't you let us go in and talk about it? What's the point of staying outside the door? Tai Tan said carelessly. With the friendship between him and Baihe, he didn't have any scruples when speaking. Baihe glared at Tai Tan angrily, and then said to Ning Fengzhi with a smile on his face, Sect Master Ning, I was negligent just now. Let's go. If you have anything to say, let's talk after entering. You don't need to be so polite. I'm taking the liberty to visit, and I ask Patriarch Baihe not to take offense. Ning Fengzhi laughed. Not to blame, not to blame. It should be the honor of my Min clan. A group of people talked and laughed, and walked into the mansion under the leadership of Baihe. After coming to the VIP room and sitting down, Baihe began to test Ning Fengzhi's intentions. Sect Master Ning, welcome to our Min clan. I don't know if you are here. To be honest, Baihe really never thought that the Seven Treasure Glazed Tile School would come to him. After all, there was no friendship between the Minzhi clan and the Seven Treasure Glazed Tile School. Now that he suddenly came to the door, he had to think about it. In fact, this visit is mainly for my disciples. Ning Fengzhi pointed to Yi Feng, and took the lead in pointing out Yi Feng's identity. He is. Looking at Yi Feng, Baihe's eyes were full of doubts. Old white bird, you have picked up a treasure. In terms of identity, you are still his grandfather. Tai Tan said with a big laugh. Grandpa? Baihe looked at Yi Feng in confusion, wondering when he had a grandson. Let me explain it. Ning Fengzhi looked at Baihe with a smile, and explained, his mother's name is Bai Yaling, and in terms of identity, you are indeed his great-grandfather. Are you the child of that girl Yaling? Hearing this, Baihe stood up and looked at Yi Feng excitedly. When Bai Yaling ran away from home, he was worried for a long time, but he didn't expect that after a few years, she even had a child. Junior Yi Feng, pay my respects to the patriarch's grandpa. At this time, Yi Feng came to Baihe and bowed to salute. Good boy, not to mention, you and your mother were exactly the same when they were young, alike, so much alike. Baihe hurriedly helped Yi Feng up and sighed. By the way, where's your mother? Is she okay? Baihe hurriedly asked as if remembering something. Speaking of which, he and Yi Feng's mother are also very close. Yi Feng's mother is his younger brother's youngest daughter, and Yi Feng's mother still has to call him uncle. Mother has passed away. Yi Feng said in a low voice, although his nominal mother had passed away when he crossed over, from the memory of the original owner, he was still full of respect for this gentle and virtuous woman. Ugh! Bai He sighed. In fact, he had already had a premonition about this, and now that he heard the news himself, it was only a premonition that came true. After all, if his niece was still alive, why wouldn't she make the trip herself? Good boy, don't worry, the Min family will be your home from now on, with me around, no one will dare to bully you. Bai He patted Yi Feng's shoulder and comforted him. End of this chapter. Chapter 33 by Chenxiang. You are listening at novelfull.audio. I said, Old White Bird, don't just think about beautiful things. Xiao Feng is now the treasure of the 7 treasure glazed tile school, you still want to snatch it back, don't dream. On the side, Tai Tan looked at Bai He playfully. He was looking forward to seeing the expression on old Bai Niao's face when he knew about Yi Feng's talent. What do you mean? Could it be that Xiao Feng's awakened martial soul belongs to his father? Bai He was taken aback for a moment, then suddenly realized, since Yi Feng is the baby of the 7 treasure glazed tile sect, it proves that he is very talented. As for Yi Feng's mother, her martial soul had undergone a vicious mutation. If Yi Feng's martial soul came from his mother, then he would not be the treasure of the 7 treasure glazed tile school. Actually, Xiao Feng's awakened martial spirit did not come from his father. Xiao Feng, release your martial spirit and let Patriarch Bai He take a look. Ning Fengzhi said to Yi Feng with a smile. Yes, Yi Feng responded, and with a thought, he instantly displayed his martial soul possession, revealing the sharp-tailed swift. It's actually a sharp-tailed swift. Bai He looked at Yi Feng in surprise. He didn't expect that Yi Feng's martial soul was actually the inherited martial soul of Minzhi clan. Brother Yi Feng is a genius full of soul power, and he's already at level, dash. Next to him, Ning Rongrong raised his neck, showing off Yi Feng's power to everyone. Innately full of soul power. At this moment, Bai He was completely shocked, and at the same time, he also understood why Tai Tan said that Yi Feng was the treasure of the 7 treasure glazed tile school, not to mention the 7 treasure glazed tile school. Even if it was him, he would definitely confess Yi Feng as a treasure. Patriarch Bai He, in fact, there is a reason for bringing Xiao Feng back this time. Firstly, it is to recognize relatives. After all, Patriarch Bai He's family has Xiao Feng's relatives, and they are constantly parting with each other. Secondly, it is also because of his martial spirit. The sharp-tailed swift is the inherited martial spirit of the Patriarch Bai He's family. In terms of research on the sharp-tailed swift, no one can compare to you. Xiao Feng's talent is very good, and I don't want to bury his talent, so I want to learn from the Minzhi clan's soul ring configuration for the sharp-tailed swift. Ning Fengzhi looked at Bai He sincerely. This was indeed his main purpose of coming to Min's clan. As for wooing Min's clan, it's just a secondary goal. If it succeeds, he won't be disappointed. Haha, of course. Xiao Feng is a member of my Minzhi clan. Of course, this old man will not be stingy. Don't worry, Sect Master Ning. The inheritance of our Minzhi clan will be open to Xiao Feng at any time. Seeing that Ning Fengzhi is so calm, Bai He is not a stingy person. Although he cannot let Yi Feng return to the family, he is willing to give the greatest help to such a genius. If that's the case, then I would like to thank Patriarch Bai He. Ning Fengzhi cupped his hands and thanked Bai He. Sect Master Ning, you are being polite. I will have to trouble you to take care of Xiao Feng in the future. Bai He knew that with Yi Feng's talent, Ning Fengzhi would definitely not want to let him go. If it was someone else, he could still force Yi Feng to stay, but facing the 7 treasure glazed tile school, one of the last 3 sects, he didn't have the confidence, so I can only settle for the next best thing and reluctantly give up on Yi Feng. Patriarch Bai He, please rest assured, Xiao Feng is my disciple, and I will definitely not let him be wronged. Ning Fengzhi assured seriously. Now that everything has been said, Bai He, Ning Fengzhi, Tai Tan and the others chatted happily for a while, and the atmosphere instantly became harmonious. At this moment, outside the door of the VIP room, a cute little head suddenly appeared. Seeing Yi Feng looking over, that little head hastily retracted. Not long after, that little head came out quietly. Yi Feng thought it was funny, and suddenly made a face at her. Ah, that the little girl was frightened, accidentally fell to the ground, and rolled out of the door. Xiang, what are you doing? Come in quickly. He heard the movement, a flash of doting flashed in his eyes, and he waved to the little girl. Grandpa. The little girl got up from the ground, ran to the white crane, and shyly threw herself into his arms. Hearing his address, Yi Feng instantly understood the identity of this little girl. This little girl who was about his age was probably Chenxiang. This is my granddaughter, her name is Chenxiang, everyone laughed. He patted Chenxiang's head and introduced to Ning Fengzhi. Very cute little girl, as cute as Rongrong. Ning Fengzhi still had a strong desire to survive. Seeing Ning Rongrong's pouting mouth, he hastily added a sentence behind. Xiang, this is your cousin Yi Feng, call someone quickly. He pointed at Yi Feng and said to Chenxiang. Cousin Yi Feng. Chenxiang called obediently, and then retracted into his arms again. Hello, cousin Xiang. Seeing Chenxiang's cute appearance, Yi Feng nodded friendly to her. Xiang, take your older brothers and sisters to play outside, remember not to run too far away. Probably because he was afraid that Yi Feng and Ning Rongrong would be bored staying here, he gave Chenxiang a task. Okay, Grandpa. Hearing playing, Chenxiang didn't care about being shy anymore. While nodding non-stop, she looked at Yi Feng and Ning Rongrong expectantly. Go. Looking at Ning Rongrong who was moving, Ning Fengzhi also nodded with a smile. So, the adults chatted in the VIP room, and Yi Feng was treated as a child and kicked out to play. When they came outside, before Yi Feng could see what was going on, the two little girls got together and started chatting. That intimacy even made Yi Feng suspect that the two of them had known each other for a long time. Cousin Yi Feng, is your spirit also a swift-tailed swift? After chatting for a while, Chenxiang turned to Yi Feng who was in a daze. Yeah, is cousin Xiang awakened too? Yi Feng asked curiously. Well, I just awakened a few days ago, look. Saying that, Chenxiang has released his martial soul and activated the martial soul possession. The appearance of Chenxiang's spirit possession is similar to that of Yi Feng, but Yi Feng's spirit feathers are silvery white, while Chenxiang is pure white. Xiang, what level is your innate soul body? Yi Feng became curious about Chenxiang's talent. My awakened innate soul power is level 6, Grandpa said, my talent is pretty good. Chenxiang said with a small face. 6th level innate soul power is indeed pretty good. Yi Feng looked at Chenxiang in embarrassment, and at the same time quietly winked at Ning Rongrong, telling her not to reveal her innate soul power level. The tacit understanding for a long time made Ning Rongrong understand the look in Yi Feng's eyes, and hurriedly pulled Chenxiang to change the topic, and never talked about soul masters again. Congenital 6th level soul power. For ordinary soul masters, the talent is really good. Even in the 7 treasure glazed tile school, they are also the focus of training, but in front of Yi Feng and Ning Rongrong, they were still a little short. How embarrassing it would be if Chenxiang knew about their talents. Soon, when evening came, the 3 of Yi Feng were brought in front of Ning Fengzhi by the disciples of Minzhi clan. On his side, a sumptuous dinner had already been prepared for them. End of this chapter. Chapter 34 Inheritance of the Minzhi clan. You are listening at novelfull.audio. At the dinner table, the Min clan had already prepared a sumptuous dinner. Under his greeting, everyone sat down. By the way, what about old white crane, old rhinoceros and old goat, haven't they come yet? After sitting down, Tai Tan asked. You old orangutan, which party are you not the most active in? They probably have to wait for 2 days to arrive. He rolled his eyes angrily. Because of the long distance, Tai Tan also set off ahead of time, and there was no delay along the way. After arriving at the Min clan, there were still 2 days before the agreed time. I miss you old fellows. Tai Tan said proudly. Sect Master Ning, please forgive me for the poor hospitality. Holding the wine glass, a trace of loneliness flashed in his eyes, although he also wanted to prepare a richer dinner, but the conditions did not allow it. It's already very rich, I haven't thanked Patriarch Bai He for his hospitality. Ning Fengzhi also picked up his wine glass and waved to Bai He. Regarding the situation of the Min clan, he also inquired about it from Tai Tan, knowing that their lives are difficult, and they even rely on the support of the other 3 clans to maintain their livelihood, so before coming, Ning Fengzhi prepared a generous gift. After all, because of the martial soul, what the 7 treasures Glazed Tile School lacked most was money. Bai He also knew about the heavy gift brought by Ning Fengzhi, and his life was really difficult, otherwise with his arrogance, he would never have accepted this gift. However, Ning Fengzhi had a good grasp of this aspect, and the gift he sent was just stuck at the limit that Bai He could accept, slowly and silently increasing Bai He's favor for him. In just one afternoon, Bai He's affection for this gentle and refined sect master Ning has greatly increased. Until now, Ning Fengzhi has not shown any thoughts about the Min clan. In his opinion, this matter is not urgent. Even when he came to the Min clan this time, he just wanted to establish friendship with the Min clan. As for the latter, how to get the Minzhi clan to join the 7 treasure Glazed Tile School, we still have to find the right time. With Ning Fengzhi's silent cooperation, everyone chatted happily, and the atmosphere gradually became intense. Early the next morning, Bai He found a time and took Yifeng to an attic alone. Xiaofeng, here is the research record of our Min clan on martial arts. The most precious is the research on the sharp-tailed swift. Among them, there are also researches on soul masters and soul beasts. Although they may not be as good as the 7 treasures Glazed Tile School, they still have merits. From now on, the collections of my Minzhi clan will be open to you at any time. Bai He patted Yifeng on the shoulder, said with a smile. Ever since he knew that Yifeng had innate full soul power, Bai He had great expectations for him. Although Yifeng can't return to the family, he has the blood of the Minzhi clan after all, and any achievements of Yifeng in the future will represent the Minzhi clan to a certain extent. He believed that with Yifeng's talent, it would not be difficult to challenge title Douluo in the future. At that time, the Minzhi clan will even become brilliant because of Yifeng. I will study hard. Yifeng nodded seriously. To be honest, Bai He was really kind to him, and he even opened up the knowledge inherited from his family. One must know that these inheritances were acquired by generations of ancestors of the Min clan, and any bit of knowledge is hard-won. As for these, Bai He opened up for him without any reservations. From this we can see how generous Bai He was to him. Study hard, and if there is anything you don't understand, come to me at any time. After introducing the types of books to Yifeng, Bai He left. As the head of the clan, he also had a lot of things to deal with. Tai Tan and Ning Fengzhi also needed him to entertain them. After the white crane left, Yifeng walked around in the attic, and then stopped in front of the bookshelf where the sharp-tailed swift martial spirit was placed. There are the most books about sharp-tailed swifts in the attic, and the records alone take up an entire bookshelf. Taking out one at random, Yifeng began to read. These records are still of great use to him, such as the various configurations of the spirit ring, what kind of spirit beast to hunt, and the effect of the obtained spirit ring. These are of great reference value. Of course, for Yifeng, the most important thing is the inheritance configuration researched by the Minzhi clan. This set of configuration was obtained through exploration by the Min clan in the past dynasties, and it can save Yifeng a lot of detours. For the next 2 days, Yifeng was studying hard, absorbing the inherited knowledge of the Minzhi clan. After learning about the inheritance of the Minzhi clan, Yifeng discovered that the Minzhi clan basically increases their speed in terms of soul ring configuration. In addition, they also have some auxiliary soul skills such as detection and dodge, but in terms of attacking soul skills, there is not much research. As expected of the pure sensitive speed clan, for the sake of speed, they actually gave up attacking soul skills, but Yifeng's positioning of himself is in the attacking department, and the soul ring configuration of the Minzhi clan is only a reference for him. After all, if his martial soul can evolve in the future, he must have attacking soul skills. After reading the soul ring information on the sharp-tailed swift, Yifeng walked around in the attic again, and finally stopped on a separate bookshelf. Because he found that there was actually only one book on this bookshelf, this makes people curious. Yifeng picked it up and saw that what was recorded on it was actually a self-created soul skill. The name is Yufeng Flying. This soul skill can only be cultivated by flying martial souls. By controlling the wings of the martial soul, it can control the airflow, thereby increasing the flying speed and reducing the consumption of soul power. I didn't expect the Minzhi clan to have their own soul skills. Now, Yifeng is not calm anymore. The self-created soul skill is also a soul skill. Although it is not as magical as the soul ring skill, it still has a good effect. Even in his hands, the soul skill can exert the greatest effect. After all, his soul skills can be cultivated automatically, so there is no need to waste training time. He doesn't even need to practice, he just needs to use his own strength proficiently. Good stuff, that Yifeng sighed happily, and then began to read carefully. Ding, your martial soul has come into contact with the flying soul skill of Yufeng, and it is deducing. Ding, the deduction is complete, you have obtained the soul skill of flying against the wind. When Yifeng was looking through the cultivation methods of Yufengfei, Wuhuan was the first to make a movement, and even directly let Yufengfei get started. Host, Yifeng, martial soul, ordinary sharp-tailed swift, 8/10, grade, dash, th grade, soul skill, acceleration, small accomplishment, skill, 7 treasures glass meditation, Shang, distraction control, 4 orifices persistence, strength increase, 20%, 0.7 killing swordsmanship, small success, flying with the wind, getting started, in. Just a moment, the practice method of Yufeng flying that I just looked up just seemed to be imprinted in my mind, and I couldn't even forget it. It was as if he had read this cultivation secret book thousands of times. The operation method of Yufeng flight is even more clear. End of this chapter. Chapter 35. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Yifeng stretched out his hand and waved it casually twice, faintly aware of the change in the air flow in the air. Good stuff, that he has noticed such slight fluctuations in the air flow, so if the realm of Yufeng flying is higher in the future, wouldn't it be equivalent to a means of perception? After all, what Yufeng flying pays attention to is to control the airflow, and the first step in training is to sense the airflow, whether it is a person or a thing. As long as there is movement, it will cause changes in the airflow. For those who practice flying against the wind, any change in the airflow cannot escape his eyes. Yifeng gently put the cheat book of Yufeng flying back on the bookshelf, and walked out of the attic. He is going to try the specific effect of Yufeng flying. Walking out of the attic, Yifeng turned his mind and activated the martial soul possession. His silvery white wings spread, and he flew into the air in an instant. It seems to be easier to fly, and it saves soul power. Flying around in mid-air, Yifeng carefully perceived the effect of Yufeng's flight. With the flapping of the wings, the changes in the airflow around his body are within his perception. Under the control of the soul power, the airflow is like a docile fish. Not only did it not hinder his flight, but it was pushing him forward. Okay. Ding, your Yufeng flying controls the changes in the airflow. If you realize it, your proficiency will improve. A crisp system prompt made Yifeng smile with satisfaction. He decided that he would fly in the sky if he had nothing to do in the future. Maybe the realm of flying against the wind could be improved faster. Brother Yifeng, At this moment, Ning Rongrong's voice came from below. Looking down, Ning Rongrong was bouncing and waving to him. Rongrong, what's the matter? Yifeng landed in front of Ning Rongrong and cancelled the spirit possession. Father said that the members of the Yuji clan and the Posey clan are here. Let you go there. Ning Rongrong stepped forward to hold Yifeng's arm, and said obediently. Then let's go there quickly, don't make them wait. Rubbing Ning Rongrong's head, Yifeng smiled. In the past 2 days, he was busy preparing for the ancestral recognition ceremony for him, and only the Yuji and Posey clans were left as witnesses. Now that these 2 clans have also arrived, it is estimated that Baihe can't wait for him to recognize his ancestors. When Yifeng came to the VIP room, he found 2 strange old men in the room. One of them was even stronger than a titan, sitting on a chair like a solid fortress. The other one was extremely tall and thin, and his body shape was somewhat similar to Baihe's, but he was half a head taller than him. His eyes were extremely gloomy, giving people a chilling feeling. These 2 people are Niugao from the Yu clan and Yang Wudi from the Pa clan. Xiaofeng, come here quickly. Let me introduce you. This is Grandpa Niu from the Yuji clan, and the other is Grandpa Yang from the Posey clan. They are both old buddies of Grandpa. Seeing Yi Feng, Bai He pointed to Niu Gao and Yang Wudi to introduce him. Grandpa Niu and Grandpa Yang. Yi Feng bowed to them obediently, but he was slandering in his heart that he had become a grandson. "Huh, don't be too polite. Old Bai Niao, you have picked up a genius." Niu Gao waved his hand, turned his head and teased Bai He. "Humph, what does it mean to pick up a genius? Xiao Feng is originally from my Min clan, the blood of my Min clan." Bai He gave Niu Gao an angry look. He gets angry when he thinks of this. He is clearly a genius of his Min clan, but in the end he was preempted by the 7 treasure glazed tile school. Every time he thinks about this, he gets very angry. Hee, since everyone is here, let's do Xiao Feng's ancestor recognition ceremony. Can't you wait until you see the old white crane? Tai Tan patted Niu Gao on the shoulder and said. "Humph, I'm not waiting for you, otherwise, this matter would have been done a long time ago." Bai He didn't hide his eagerness. The family has a genius. He is very happy these days, and he can't wait to put Yi Feng's names are added to the family tree. Letting Yi Feng join the family tree of Minzhi's family was also decided after discussion between Bai He and Ning Fengzhi. After all, Yi Feng's father was an orphan adopted by the Qibao Glazed Tile School, so he had no relatives. The only ones who could be considered relatives were the Min clan. For such a good thing, Ning Fengzhi is of course happy to see it done, with Yi Feng as a bond, maybe. At some point, the Minzhi clan will join the 7 treasure glazed tile school. After these few days of getting along, Ning Fengzhi has also established quite a friendship with the Minzhi clan, and when the time is right in the future, he will be able to send an invitation to Bai He. Bai He is a proud person. Because of the conflict with the Wuhuan Palace, he strictly ordered his clansmen to register as soul masters in the Wuhuan Palace. Naturally, he would not receive the soul coin subsidy from the Wuhuan Palace for soul masters. In addition, they didn't have any property to sell, so their lives were extremely difficult. Ning Fengzhi believed that with Yi Feng's relationship, it would not be difficult to regain the Minzhi clan. Soon, under Bai He's arrangement, the other 3 tribes acted as witnesses and held an ancestor recognition ceremony for Yi Feng. In the ancestral land of the Minzhi clan, Bai He looked at Yi Feng, who was kneeling in front of his younger brother's grave with a serious face. Surrounded by a large group of people from the Minzhi clan. "Today, my Min clan is fortunate to find the blood that was strayed outside. Under the witness of all of you, I announce that Yi Feng has joined the blood of my second brother Beiying. From now on, Yi Feng will be included in the genealogy of Min's family." Yi Feng respectfully kowtowed 9 times to his titular grandfather. From this moment on, Yi Feng also became a member of the Minzhi clan. In the next few days, Yi Feng also had many nominal elders, as well as many older brothers and sisters. There are more than 200 people in the direct lineage of the Min family, and if you count family members and the like, there are more than 500 people. After a few days, Yi Feng was stunned that the members of Lien Min's family didn't recognize them all. In the end, Yi Feng thought it was troublesome, so he simply hid in the library attic to read. Fortunately, the gathering of the 4 major clans did not take long. Everyone sat together and chatted, shared their own information, and then chatted and exchanged feelings. This gathering is almost over, and Ning Fengzhi also took this opportunity to join them. As the head of a clan, Ning Fengzhi has a wide range of knowledge, coupled with his kindness, gentleness, and grandeur in his speech. All the 4 clans have a good impression of him, especially the Yuji clan and the Pozi clan have initially established a trading intention with the 7 treasure glazed tile school. The royal clan is good at construction, and the Pa clan is good at pharmaceuticals. Ning Fengzhi is rich and powerful. Not only does he need the medicines of the Pa clan, but he also hires the construction team of the royal clan, hoping to reach a long-term cooperation. After the exchange meeting, Ning Fengzhi also took Yi Feng on the way back. Those who are traveling together are naturally members of the Power clan. After more than a month's journey, Yi Feng also returned to the 7 treasure glazed tile school again. After going back and forth for nearly 3 months, Ning Rongrong also raised 2 levels in these 3 months, from 11th level to 13th level, and Yi Feng has gained even more. Now, he has reached the 16th level, not far from the 17th level. End of this chapter. Chapter 36 Zhang. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 36. Calculating the time. it has only been more than half a year since time travel and the awakening of the martial soul. In just half a year, Feng raised his level from scratch to level, and only a little short of reaching level, which is already very amazing. Such a speed of cultivation surprised even the well-informed Ning Fengzhi and Douluo, and then they were ecstatic. In just half a year, Feng's achievements have surpassed what others can achieve in 5 or even 10 years. Ning Fengzhi even suspected that the title of Douluo was not the end of Feng, and in the future, his disciple might not be able to reach the legendary realm. Host, Feng, martial soul, excellent sharp-tailed swift, 2/10, grade, soul skill, acceleration, small accomplishment, skill, 7 treasures glass meditation, Shang, distraction control, 5 orifices scattered mind. Strength increase, 20%, 0.7 killing swordsmanship, small success, flying with the wind. Skilled, in more than a month, Feng's martial soul evolved again, from an ordinary sharp-tailed swift to an excellent sharp-tailed swift. After the Wuhuan evolved, the appearance did not change much, but the silver-white feathers were brighter. The key is still inside. The excellent level of sharp-tailed swifts has raised Feng's speed by another level. Even in the state of not possessing a martial soul, his speed has been blessed to a certain extent, and his skills are more agile. In addition, after this period of training in distraction control, one can break through a realm and reach the realm of the 5 orifice scattered mind, and the control ability has been improved again. The improvement of distraction control allows him to control all aspects of power more precisely. For example, when meditating, you can enter a deeper level of meditation and gain more soul power. Also, in terms of the use of soul skills, the control is also more free. Even when using soul power, it won't cause any waste. Then there is Feng flying. In order to improve the realm of this soul skill, Feng also used his heart. During the period of time on the way, he used his martial soul from time to time and flew around in the sky, so that Feng flying could resist all kinds of air currents. Changes become more familiar, allowing proficiency to progress faster. In just 1 month, Feng Feifei reached the entry-level breakthrough stage and reached the level of proficiency. Xiaofeng, with your talent, you will be able to break through to level, in a few months. During this time, you can consider the configuration of the second soul ring and see if there is any suitable for you in the inheritance of the Minzhi clan. Yes, if not, the teacher will find another way for you. After returning to the 7 treasure glazed tile school, Ning Fengzhi arranged tasks for Feng. Teacher, I've actually thought about the second spirit ring. The spirit skills of the Minzhi clan mostly increase speed. Although this will maximize the advantage of the spirit, the lack of attack power is always a weakness, and I don't prepare to be a pure sensitive soul master. So for the next soul ring, I want an attacking soul skill. In the past few months, Feng has already planned for his second soul ring. His ideal is to become a soul master of the attacking system, and attacking soul skills are indispensable. Well, I shouldn't have asked you. Ning Fengzhi shook his head helplessly. It seems that there is a long way to go to train Feng to become a soul master of the agility attack system. However, Ning Fengzhi didn't say much about Feng's choice. After all, even if he was asked to take the sensitive attack route, he still needed attacking soul skills to support it, and Feng's second soul skill chose to attack, and he also agreed. Okay, then your Grandpa Bone and I will study first to see what spirit beast is suitable as your second spirit ring. With a wave of his hand, Ning Fengzhi sent Feng away. Soul skills are choices that affect a soul master's life. As a teacher, he needs to be responsible to his disciples. Taking advantage of this time, he needs to use the resources of the 7 treasure glazed tile school to find a suitable soul skill for Feng. Soul skills, although there are no rules, but as long as they are carefully analyzed, there are still traces to follow. Soul masters in Douluo have been developing for so many years, and they have already had a rich promotion system. However, these precious resources are all in the hands of among those large sections. Especially a big sect like the 7 treasure glazed tile school has a profound foundation. Otherwise, there wouldn't be so many people flocking to them. Since Ning Fengzhi considered the second soul skill for him, Feng didn't worry anymore. After all, how could he compare to Ning Fengzhi and Douluo in this aspect of knowledge? He has only been here for less than a year, and he only knows a little about soul skills. So in the next period of time, Yifeng began to practice hard again. A week later, Yifeng's level was raised again, and his strength reached level 17. Yifeng's cultivation speed gave Ning Rongrong a sense of urgency. Brother Yifeng, why is your cultivation speed so fast? I only awakened a month later than you, and I am only at level, dash. The gap with you is getting bigger and bigger. Ning Rongrong looked at Yifeng aggrievedly. Compared with Yifeng, she felt that she was a fake genius. If you could spend more time in cultivation, maybe your level would have been raised a long time ago. Yifeng comforted him. His talent is already stronger than Ning Rongrong's, not to mention that he has a golden finger, he can cultivate automatically through meditation, and even improves his strength while sleeping. Comparing Ning Rongrong with him is simply asking for trouble. Is that so? Ning Rongrong suspected that Yifeng was not telling the truth. Of course that's the case, who told you to be playful? Yifeng touched his nose and laughed. Okay, then I will start to practice hard in the future, and I don't want to fall too far behind you. Ning Rongrong clenched his fists, and his expression gradually became serious. Well, work hard. Yifeng touched Ning Rongrong's head and encouraged him. Ning Rongrong's cultivation talent is actually quite high, especially with the blessing of the Yin-Yang Jade Pendant. Her cultivation speed is no less than that of the innate full soul power, but she is just a bit playful and doesn't put her heart into cultivation at all. Otherwise, with her talent, her strength could improve faster. In the following time, Yifeng's life began to calm down again. Every day, he either learns theoretical knowledge with bone Douluo, or learns fighting ability with sword Douluo. In his spare time, he spends his free time in a mimetic training environment to speed up his training. Time flies, and 3 months have passed. On this day, Yifeng's level finally broke through to level, dash. As long as he hunts for a soul ring, he can become a great soul master. It took less than a year for Yifeng to break through to level, dash. With such a speed of cultivation, even Ning Fengzhi was numb. He felt that his disciple was definitely the best of evils. Of course, Yifeng immediately told Ning Fengzhi the news of breaking through the level. After all, his second soul ring still depends on his teacher. Get ready, I will set off tomorrow to hunt for soul rings for you. Ning Fengzhi slapped the table and said, holding back his excitement. End of this chapter. Chapter 37 Level Breakthrough. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Host, Yifeng, martial soul, excellent sharp-tailed swift, 8/10, level, dash, soul skill, acceleration, Zhang, skill, 7 treasures glass meditation, consummation, distraction control, 6 apertures wishful mind, strength increase, 20%, 0.7 killing swordsmanship, Zhang, flying in the wind, small success. In 3 months, Yifeng's attribute panel has changed drastically. The first is the evolution rate of the martial soul, which increases a little every half a month on average. In 3 months, it has increased by a full 6 points, and it can evolve again in less than a month. Needless to say, in terms of level, he has already broken through level, dash, and is about to set out to hunt for the second spirit ring. The first soul ability also breaks through from a small success to a great achievement state. The accelerated soul ability can display, dash, % of its power. And the control of the soul ability can also reach the state of arbitrary. The biggest improvement is naturally Qibao Liuli meditation. This skill, after more than half a year of automatic practice, has broken through to a perfect state. For 24 hours, you can feel the growth of your soul power every moment. 7 kills swordsmanship breaks through from small to great. Even if it is displayed with wings, there is no sense of disobedience. Yu Feng Fei has successively broken through from the level of proficiency to the stage of minor success. Flying in the sky is more comfortable. Flying has become Yi Feng's instinct. Flying with the wind in Xiaocheng realm also comes with a perception ability. Yi Feng can detect the air flow within 5 meters around his body with his eyes closed. Sneak attack or something has no effect in front of Yi Feng. Even through the changes in the airflow, Yifeng could grasp the opportunity and detect the opponent's moves. The only thing that hasn't changed is the power boost copied from Ning Rongrong's body. This soul skill is just a dead thing, it can't be cultivated automatically, and it can't improve the realm. Yifeng reckoned that if he wanted to increase the effect of the strength increase, he could only wait for Ning Rongrong to get the improvement, and then copy it again, but these are all minor problems. After all, this soul skill was originally picked up, so the requirements should not be too high. Early the next morning, Ning Fengzhi personally led the team to hunt for the second soul ring for Yifeng. Up to now, Ning Fengzhi attaches more importance to Yifeng than his sons. As long as Yifeng needs something, he doesn't need to ask. Ning Fengzhi has already made arrangements for him. Together with Ning Fengzhi, there is naturally sword Douluo. Let's go, Xiao Feng, let's go and come back quickly. We can come back after absorbing the soul ring. Sword Douluo summoned his 7-killing sword Wuhuan, turned into a flying sword, and turned to Yifeng and urged, in order to help Yifeng obtain the second soul ring. Ning Fengzhi had already started preparations a few months ago. After research, I chose the owl as the target. The owl is a soul beast that can shoot its feathers as sharp arrows. The attack effect is very good. It just so happens that Yifeng is also a flying soul beast. If he absorbs the owl, there will be a very large. It is possible to obtain a soul skill with an attack effect, and in order not to waste time, Ning Fengzhi had already used the information from the 7 treasure glazed tile school to investigate the location of the owl in advance, and they only needed to go directly to hunt it down. This is the advantage of being in the big sect, there is no need to do it yourself, everything is already prepared. Father, Grandpa Jian, Brother Yifeng, wait for me, I'm going too. Just as Jian Douluo was about to take off, Ning Rongrong's anxious voice came from behind him. Rongrong, we'll go out for a while, and we'll be back soon. You should practice hard at home. Ning Fengzhi looked at Ning Rongrong helplessly. My precious daughter has become Yifeng's follower. Wherever he is, her daughter will be there, and they are inseparable. Brother Yifeng wants to absorb the second soul ring, I'm going to witness for him. Ning Rongrong ran to Yifeng and said as a matter of course that he didn't care at all about Ning Fengzhi's face that was about to turn dark. Hee, let Rongrong go if you want to go, it happens that there are so many people and lively. Beside, Jian Douluo said with a smile, seeing Ning Fengzhi slumped, this kind of situation is rare. With sword Douluo protecting him, Ning Fengzhi had nothing to do with Ning Rongrong, he couldn't even vent his anger on Yifeng. This kid Yifeng has become the treasure of sword Douluo and bone Douluo. Even he himself loves Yifeng very much, and he loves Yifeng as much as the 2 old men. With sword Douluo leading the flight, the group quickly arrived at Sunset Forest. The Sunset Forest is the largest soul beast forest near Tiando City. It is rich in resources. Even 10,000-year soul beasts are not uncommon here. Before becoming a soul emperor, there is no need to worry about not finding the soul beasts you need here. With detailed information, Yifeng and others went directly to the destination to find the target they needed this time. This owl's cultivation base is almost 900 years old. With Xiaofeng's physical strength, it can completely absorb it. In order to avoid accidents, I will bless your soul skills later until the absorption is complete. Ning Fengzhi pointed to the front, said the black owl not far away. Perhaps Yifeng's martial soul has been mutated. He found that Yifeng's soul power is more pure than that of soul masters of the same level, and it can be absorbed beyond the limit to a limited extent. Of course, Ning Fengzhi was sure of the reason for doing this. After all, with the blessing of his soul skills, even if it was absorbed beyond the limit, it was within his grasp. In fact, at the stage of level 700, the limit for absorbing a second spirit ring is about years. The master even clearly pointed out that the absorption limit of the second spirit ring is 760 years, and Ning Fengzhi let him continue to absorb about 900 years of spirit beasts, which is indeed beyond the limit of absorption. However, people are different. For a genius like Yifeng, the ultimate endurance is often much higher than that of ordinary soul masters. I'll listen to the teacher. Yifeng has no objection to this, he believes that the teacher will not harm him. Very good, Uncle Jian, I'm sorry to trouble you. Ning Fengzhi nodded in satisfaction, then turned his head and said to Jian Douluo. Okay, look at mine. This time, sword Douluo didn't let Yifeng make a move. The 900-year-old soul beast is still stronger for Yifeng, and the martial soul like the sharp-tailed swift is not good at attacking. As he said that, Douluo stretched out his hand and pointed, and a thick soul power was released, firmly suppressing the owl not far away to the ground, not even giving him any room to struggle. Okay, Xiao Feng, go and absorb your soul ring. Douluo patted his sleeve lightly, and urged Yi Feng. Thank you, Grandpa Jian. Yi Feng thanked Douluo, and happily ran towards owl. Yi Feng didn't see the whole picture of the owl until he walked in. Owls are similar in appearance to owls, but their bodies are larger, about 1 meter in size. The head looks very similar to a cat, the whole body is pitch black, a pair of eagle eyes, full of sharpness, looks very aggressive, but under Douluo's suppression, this soul beast that didn't even have 1,000 years of cultivation could only lie motionless on the ground, allowing it to be slaughtered. End of this chapter. Chapter 38 Martial Soul Re-Evolution. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Facing this poor owl, Yi Feng did not show mercy. He flipped his wrist, and a sharp long sword appeared in his hand. Pulling a sword flower, Yi Feng quickly dealt with the soul beast in front of him. A moment later, a dark yellow soul ring with a hint of purple floated out of the owl. It seems that this soul beast is almost 1,000 years old. Xiaofeng, be careful when it absorbs it. Ning Fengzhi also saw the purple in the soul ring, but he didn't worry about it at all. After all, with him here, there is no possibility of accidents at all. Okay. Yi Feng took a deep breath, and instantly completed the martial soul possession. Under the pull of the soul power, the soul ring in midair slowly floated towards him. At this moment, streaks of colored light shrouded Yi Feng's body, multiplying all attributes of his body. Looking up, it turned out to be Ning Fengzhi's blessing increasing soul skill. It was too late to thank him. All soul ring had been absorbed by Wuhuan. Yi Feng only felt a violent soul power appearing in his body. He closed his eyes to absorb it in a hurry without caring about other things. Ding, your martial soul has come into contact with the blood of a high-level soul beast, and the evolution rate of your martial soul has increased, and the progress is 9 out of 10. Ding, your martial soul has come into contact with the blood of a high-level soul beast, and the evolution rate of your martial soul has increased, and the progress is 10 out of 10. Ding, your martial soul's evolution rate has reached full value, and your martial soul has begun to evolve. Ding, your martial soul has evolved successfully, and you have become a top-notch sharp-tailed swift. While Yi Feng was refining the soul ring, system notifications sounded non-stop. At the same time, Yi Feng's martial soul also began to change, and the original silver-white feathers began to turn gray, and gradually turned gray-white. Afterwards, the wings also began to change and become wider, looking like a gray-white eagle. What's the matter? Why is Xiao Feng's martial soul changed so much? Of course, Ning Fengzhi noticed Yi Feng's change. It's subtle, not so noticeable. Looking at Yi Feng's current appearance, he doesn't look like the martial soul of the sharp-tailed swift at all, but more like an unknown eagle-like martial soul. Is this just the difference of the mutated spirit? Douluo hesitated for a moment, then expressed his guess. Wow, Brother Yi Feng's martial spirit seems to be more powerful. Next to him, Ning Rongrong said with sparkling eyes. Ning Rongrong's unintentional words made Ning Fengzhi's eyes shine. It seems that Yi Feng's change is not a bad thing. No matter what type of his martial soul has become, but judging from his aura, it has definitely become stronger, so, that's a good thing. It seems that Xiaofeng's martial spirit is not simple. Thinking of this, Ning Fengzhi sighed involuntarily. After all, Xiaofeng is born with full soul power and a mutated martial soul, so it's normal to be different from ordinary people. Douluo stroked his beard, agreeing with Ning Fengzhi's statement very much. With Ning Fengzhi's enhanced soul skills, it was very easy to absorb the soul ring. In just 1 hour, Yi Feng completed the refinement. After refining, Yi Feng's level was also raised by 1 level, reaching level 21. Xiao Feng, how do you feel? Is there something wrong? The moment Yi Feng opened his eyes, Ning Fengzhi appeared in front of him with a concerned expression. Very good, I feel very powerful. Yi Feng didn't understand why Ning Fengzhi asked such a question. He was still immersed in the joy of Wuhuan evolution and didn't react. It's fine, what about the soul ability? Is it an attacking soul ability? Ning Fengzhi asked immediately. Let me take a look. Yi Feng had just refined the soul ring, and Yi Feng didn't have time to check the effect of his second soul skill. After hearing Ning Fengzhi's question, he hurriedly closed his eyes to sense it. Soul skill, thousands of arrow feathers, turn feathers into thousands of arrows. Each arrow has an attack power equal to 1/10 of its own soul power. A range attack on the enemy. When he learned the effect of the second soul skill, the excited expression on Yi Feng's face could no longer be hidden. As soon as he stretched out his hand, the feathers on his back turned into feather arrows, gathered in front of his chest, and shot out in the blink of an eye under Yi Feng's command, aggressive. In an instant, the trees and soil in front of Yi Feng were filled with feathered arrows condensed from soul power. It really is this soul skill. Seeing Yi Feng's performance, Ning Fengzhi nodded in satisfaction. This scene was already in his expectation when he chose the soul beast for Yi Feng. Now it seems that nothing went wrong. Ding, your thousands of arrow feathers noticed that the effect of the soul skill has not been fully exerted, and is very dissatisfied with this, and decided to work hard to improve the proficiency of the soul skill. The system prompt made Yi Feng a little embarrassed. It was also the first time he released this soul skill. He didn't have any skills, and he didn't show the true power of thousands of arrow feathers. Unexpectedly, he was complained by his own soul skill in a blink of an eye. Up. Wow, brother Yi Feng, there are so many feathers, this soul skill is so majestic. When Yi Feng was embarrassed, Ning Rongrong's exclamation voice came over, which instantly made him feel much better. Hee, it just looks powerful, but the real power has not yet been displayed. Yi Feng said modestly. Okay, since the matter is over, let's leave first. Ning Fengzhi looked at Yi Feng with a smile, satisfied that he could recognize his own shortcomings. After returning to the 7-treasure glazed tile school, Yi Feng had time to check his attributes. Host, Yi Feng, martial soul, top-notch swift, 0 out of 10, level, 21. Soul skill, acceleration, Zhang, thousands of arrow feathers, beginner, skill, 7 treasures glass meditation, consummation, distraction control, 6 apertures wishful mind, strength increase, 20%. 0.7 killing swordsmanship, Zhang, flying in the wind, small success. Next, Yi Feng personally tested the changes in his own strength. He discovered that after absorbing the second spirit ring, his strength had grown tremendously. It could even be said to be a qualitative change, compared with before absorbing the second spirit ring. His current strength has at least doubled. This is the huge increase in strength of the soul ring. From this moment on, he can also be called a great soul master. His martial soul is a sharp-tailed swift, and his speed is already very fast. After breaking through to level 21, his speed has been greatly improved. In addition, his martial soul has evolved again, and his speed has been greatly improved. Yi Feng estimated that his current speed was even faster than the soul masters of the agility attack system above level. Regarding this, Yi Feng also had to sigh. It is worthy of being a sharp-tailed swift with unparalleled speed, and the martial spirit of the Minzhi clan. In terms of speed, it is superior to other heroes. The improvement of the level gave Yi Feng a new idea. In the past, due to his strength, his martial soul could not copy the soul skills from the soul masters who were higher in level than him. Of course, not now, but now, his strength has changed. The soul skills of the 7-treasure glazed tile school are in the same line. He can find other soul masters to copy the soul skills, such as Ning Rongrong's elder brother, Ning Yifei. Ning Yifei's level is exactly level 21, just meeting the requirements for copying soul skills. End of this chapter. Chapter 39 Yi Feng's Quirk. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Yi Feng didn't know Ning Yifei very well. It could only be said that he barely knew him, not even a friend. If you want to copy his soul skills, you have to find another way. It's a little difficult, but not too much trouble. After all, although he is not familiar with Ning Yifei, Ning Rongrong is familiar with him. With the help of Ning Rongrong, the little princess of the 7-treasure glazed tile school, this matter will not be difficult anymore. After class the next day, Yi Feng took Ning Rongrong to Ning Yifei's mansion. Brother Yi Feng, why are you looking for my elder brother? It's not fun at all with him. Ning Yifei is 22 years old this year, because of the age gap, Ning Rongrong and him can't hang out together. Now hearing that Yi Feng is going to look for him, Ning Rongrong is very strange. Huh, your elder brother is the young master of the 7 treasure glazed tile school after all, shouldn't I pay a visit? Yi Feng smiled. Humph, I don't believe it. Ning Rongrong wrinkled her lovely Qiong nose. She didn't believe Yi Feng's nonsense at all. Soon, the two came to Ning Yifei's mansion. When seeing Yi Feng, Ning Yifei was still very strange, but he was still very enthusiastic about Yi Feng's arrival. Yi Feng's talent spread throughout the 7 treasure glazed tile school, and many people wanted to have a good relationship with him. But Ning Fengzhi and others protected him so well that ordinary people couldn't even see him face to face. Huh, why did junior brother Yi Feng think of coming to senior brother's place? After leading Yi Feng and Ning Rongrong to the living room, Ning Yifei asked curiously. Hey, why don't you need a reason to meet senior brother? Yi Feng asked with a smile. Ning Yifei was stunned for a moment, and then smiled heartily. That's true, why are there so many between seniors and brothers? From now on, senior brother welcomes you here anytime. Ning Yifei is already an adult, of course he knows the importance of Yi Feng to the 7 treasure glazed tile school, and is willing to establish a good relationship with him. In this world, strength is everything. With Yi Feng's talent, sooner or later he will become a top powerhouse like Sword Douluo and Bone Douluo. He believes that a good relationship with Yi Feng will always be beneficial in the future. Actually, I came here to seek help from senior brother. After thinking for a while, Yi Feng directly spoke out the purpose, because he thought about it for a long time, but he couldn't find a suitable excuse. After all, it was very strange to want Ning Yifei to bless him with auxiliary soul skills. Fortunately, Yi Feng is only 6 years old now, so it's okay to make some unreasonable demands. At most it just looks a little weird. What's the matter? Senior brother will definitely help you. Ning Yifei didn't even ask what the matter was, and directly patted his chest in agreement. Hey, it's just a small matter. I want to experience the effect of the assistant soul ability of the big brother, and see if there is any difference compared with Rongrong's soul ability. Yi Feng showed a curious expression. Hey, what am I supposed to be? It's simple. Eat some dim sum first. The dim sum here is delicious. I'll show it to you after eating. Ning Yifei heaved a sigh of relief. He was afraid that he would not be able to do what Yi Feng proposed. Although it seemed a little strange to want to experience the effect of his soul skills, Ning Yifei didn't think too much about it. It's normal for a child to be curious. Actually, Rongrong and I both have the 7 treasure glazed tile pagoda, and the effect of the martial soul is similar, but my level is higher and the effect is better. I believe that Rongrong's talent will surpass mine soon. Ning Yifei enthusiastically pushed the snacks to Yi Feng, while explaining for him. Brother Yi Feng, are you despising Rongrong? Ning Rongrong asked quietly. How is it possible? I'm just curious. Rongrong is so cute, how could I dislike it? Yi Feng reached out and rubbed Ning Rongrong's head, interrupting her wild thoughts. After eating the snacks, Ning Yifei brought Yi Feng and Ning Rongrong to the yard, and released the auxiliary soul skills for him. 2 bright rays of light shrouded his body, and Yi Feng also copied the effect of the soul skill as he wished. Ding, your martial soul has discovered that it can optimize your soul skills, and it is analyzing and analyzing. Ding, after analysis, your strength-enhancing soul skills have been improved. Ding, you have obtained a new soul skill, speed increase. Ning Yifei is a great soul master of the 2nd ring, because of the special nature of the 7 treasures glazed tile pagoda. His strength and speed are increased by 30.00%, the speed and strength increased by 30% at the same time, and with the soul skills copied by him, Yi Feng got a 60% blessing. All of a sudden, the strong feeling was conveyed to the bottom of my heart, which also made Yi Feng smile happily. Eldest brother, your blessing increasing soul skills are very effective. I feel that you can now fight with soul masters of level, dash. Having obtained the soul skill he wanted, Yi Feng gave Ning Yifei a thumbs up. Humph, I will become a great soul master soon. Ning Rongrong muttered beside him. Unfortunately, Ning Rongrong's voice was too low, no one knew what she was talking about. having obtained the 2 soul skills of Ning Yifei, Yifeng was not satisfied. As one of the top 3 sects, the 7 treasure glazed tile school had quite a few assistant soul masters. There are many soul skills that he can copy, so in the next period of time, Yifeng frequently appeared in front of the disciples of the 7 treasures glazed tile school, as long as they were auxiliary soul masters, none of them escaped his clutches. As a result, the 7 treasure glazed tile school also circulated Yifeng's eccentricity of liking to experience auxiliary soul skills. Yifeng didn't care about these rumors, he just said what he liked. Anyway, there was a lot of meat. Moreover, the benefits of getting it are real. In a few months, Yifeng's attribute panel has changed greatly. Host, Yifeng, martial soul, top-notch swift, 9 out of 10, level 28. Soul skill, acceleration, completion, thousands of arrow feathers, Deshang, skill, 7. Treasures glass meditation, consummation, distraction control, Qiqiao Ling long heart, .7 killing swordsmanship, consummation, flying in the wind, consummation, strength increase, 30%, speed increase, 30%, healing light, stamina boost, defense boost, negative status expulsion, dodge, hard skin. In the past few months, the evolution rate of Wuhuan has been close to perfection, and it will soon evolve again. The level has also been raised to level 28, and the soul skills and skills have basically been raised to a perfect state. Of course, the biggest gain is the addition of some copied soul skills. Although these soul skills cannot be improved automatically, they also make Yifeng's strength more comprehensive, but it is a pity that the copied soul skills are not real after all, so they can only act on themselves, and cannot bless others like other auxiliary soul masters. It has to be said that this is not a small shortcoming. Brother Yifeng, I have broken through level, half a year later, Yifeng and Ning Rongrong are both 7 years old, and Ning Rongrong is even more beautiful and attractive. Haha, Rongrong is really amazing. Yifeng was also happy for Ning Rongrong. Ever since Yifeng broke through the th level, Ning Rongrong has also become more diligent. Ning Rongrong, who has become serious, has greatly increased his cultivation speed. In just half a year, he has broken through the th level and will soon become a great soul master. End of this chapter. Chapter 40 The Owl. You are listening at novelfull.audio. No matter how powerful you are, you're not as good as Brother Yifeng. You're almost level, and I'm only level, Ning Rongrong gave Yifeng a supercilious look, and said faintly, she has worked so hard, but the gap with Yifeng is getting bigger and bigger. If it wasn't for Yifeng's constant comfort, she might have lost confidence. Our Rongrong is also very good. Ordinary people don't become great soul masters so quickly. Yifeng rubbed Ning Rongrong's little head and comforted him. I'm a genius, of course I'm also very powerful. Ning Rongrong was amused by Yifeng, and couldn't care less about her grudges anymore. Go and tell the teacher the good news, and make him happy too. Well, I'll go right away. Ning Rongrong broke through the level, and couldn't wait to get her second spirit ring. Sure enough, Ning Fengzhi was very happy with Ning Rongrong's breakthrough, and took Ning Rongrong to hunt for the spirit ring early the next morning. This time, Yifeng didn't follow because he had more important things to do. Calculating the time, his martial spirit can evolve today, and there will definitely be a big change by then, so he won't join in the fun. Ding, after hard training, your martial soul has reached its full evolution rate, and your bloodline has begun to leap. Ding, your martial soul has evolved successfully, and it has evolved into an owl martial soul. At the same time as the prompt sounded, Yifeng's body changed greatly. Before Yifeng could call, the Wuhuan automatically possessed him. A pair of off-white wings extended from his body, and patches of feathers emerged from his body. Over time, the wings became wider and the gray-white feathers turned a jet-black color. The black wings made Yifeng's temperament more stern, especially a pair of sharp eyes, like blades, full of aggression. At the same time, Yifeng could only feel that the blood vessels in his body were boiling, and his physique was greatly blessed. I didn't expect the martial soul to evolve into an owl. It seems that the evolution direction of the martial soul has a lot to do with the soul ring. Yifeng's eyes flashed, and there seemed to be 2 sharp rays of light in his eyes. His second spirit ring was from owl. In fact, when he absorbed the owl's spirit ring, his martial spirit had already shown certain signs, but Yi Feng thought it was normal. After all, his martial spirit was already there. It is normal to keep evolving and being different from others, but now that Wu Huan has evolved into an owl, he has a new guess. In this way, the next time you hunt for a soul ring, you can't just consider the effect of the soul skill, you also have to consider the blood of the soul beast. Ding, under the stimulation of martial soul, your accelerated soul skill is stimulated, and with the help of Yufeng flying, you can break through the ranks and produce fusion evolution. Ding, you merge with acceleration and wind flying, and become rapid flight. In a blink of an eye, Yi Feng only felt the knowledge in his mind start to churn, and the perception of speeding up the soul skill and Yufeng flying collided and merged with each other, and finally became a brand new soul ring skill. The new skill is mainly based on acceleration, supplemented by flying against the wind. By controlling the airflow, it can greatly increase its own speed. The previous speed-up soul skill can increase the movement speed and shooting speed by %, and every time it is upgraded in the future, the speed will increase by %. Yi Feng is now level 28, which can increase the speed by 120%, but after merging with Yufeng flying, rapid flying can increase the movement speed and shooting speed by %, and the speed will increase by %, for each level. In other words, after using rapid flight, Yi Feng can increase his speed by 220%, more than double the speed. It's still able to fuse. It's amazing. Yi Feng stared blankly at the attribute panel, not knowing what to say. Host, Yi Feng, martial soul, ordinary owl, 0/10, level, 28. Soul skill, rapid flight, proficient, thousands of arrow feathers, Shang, skill, 7 treasures glass meditation, consummation, distraction control, Qiqiao Ling long heart, .7 killing swordsmanship, consummation. Strength increase, 30%, speed increase, 30%, healing light, stamina boost, defense boost, negative. Status expulsion, dodge, hard skin. He didn't expect that his own system could also automatically integrate and evolve. From this point of view, he would have to collect more soul skills in the future, but soul skills are not so easy to collect. Even the 7 treasure glazed tile sect with a great family and great career only has one distraction to control the soul skills, counting sword Douluo 7 killing sword technique. There are only 2. From this point, it can be seen how rare self-created soul skills are in Douluo continent. In the following time, Yi Feng began to experience the changes after the evolution of Wu Huan. He found that after Wu Huan evolved into an owl, the shortcoming of lack of attack power completely disappeared. With the blessing of the owl martial soul, the speed, strength, and even the defense have been strengthened. Among them, the speed has not changed much, which is similar to the original sharp-tailed swift, but the strength and physique have been greatly improved. After using the martial soul possession, the sharp eagle claws can even scratch through stones. After experiencing the effects of the evolution of the martial soul, Yi Feng hurriedly found Bone Douluo and reported to him about the re-evolution of the martial soul. Grandpa Bones, it's bad, my martial spirit has mutated again. The matter of the evolution of Wu Huan cannot be hidden from others. In order to reduce trouble, Yi Feng chose to take the initiative to report. What? Gu Li heard Yi Feng's words, his hand stroking his beard froze, and his beard, which was not much at all, became even rarer. Why did it mutate again? Let me have a look. Not caring about the beard, he hurriedly stood up and looked at Yi Feng with a serious expression. Grandpa Gu, look. Yi Feng used his martial soul to release the owl martial soul. Is this mutated into an owl? Bone was well informed and recognized Yi Feng's martial spirit at a glance. Then is there anything wrong with me? Yi Feng asked worriedly. It's okay, it doesn't look like a big problem, I'll check it again. Bones comforted Yi Feng, and began to check carefully. As a result, I checked for a long time, but found nothing. It seems that Yi Feng's martial soul is like an owl. There is no problem. Regarding this, Bone Douluo also became numb. This is not the first time Yi Feng's martial soul has mutated, it has mutated several times. Bone Douluo simply ignored it if he couldn't find any problems. Wu Huan mutated into an owl, which was a good thing for Yi Feng, compared with the sharp-tailed swift martial Soul, the owl martial soul's speed is not bad, and it does not lack the weakness of attack power. After the martial soul mutates, it makes Yifeng stronger. Xiaofeng, don't worry, this is a good thing, it should be because of your special constitution, that's why the martial soul mutates, but it's all benign mutations, it's only good for you, not bad. Feeling that Yifeng was worried, he comforted him when his bones were broken. Then I'm relieved. Yifeng breathed a sigh of relief. It seems that this test is over. End of this chapter.